Hello everyone, it's Mark Woodland here, the Managing Director of Winbox, and welcome to episode 44 of On the Winbox. Before I start, I just want to give you a bit of news which you might have already seen on my Instagram, but that's that Winbox has been featured in a book. So this is the new Create Special book. It's a book for entrepreneurs by Jim Duffy, who is the guy that founded Entrepreneurial Spark, which is an accelerator program we talk quite a lot about and we've been a part of for the last couple of years. But in this book, if you go through to page 91, we're featured in there with some top tips for entrepreneurs. I never knew we were going to be in this book until I got hold of it, so it's a really nice surprise, and it's the first time I've been in a book, so we were quite excited. So yeah, if you're interested in thinking and acting like an entrepreneur to change your life, buy this book, but especially read page 91. But that's not all what I'm here to talk about today. What I want to talk about is give you some tips for how to use email marketing if you've got an stand and exhibition. So we're coming into exhibition season now. A lot of companies and a lot of exhibitions are happening around Bristol and beyond throughout the UK. So if you've got a stand there's something you can do before the exhibition, during the exhibition and after to make the most of your time there and get the best results you can with email marketing. So before the exhibition, what you want to do is you want to send out an email to your customers and your audience, and maybe segment the list down into people who you think are likely to attend the event, so the message is relevant to them, and just tell them you're going to be there. Build some momentum and excitement about what you're going to have at the stand, what you're doing there, what the other highlights are for the event. Just let people know they're going to be there, so if they are visiting or thinking about visiting, they can pop by your stand and you can have a conversation with them to help further your relationship and have a good time on the day. So that's what you can do before the event. During the event, it's all about gathering data. So you want to be thinking of ways that you can gather data from the event so you can effectively follow up with people afterwards. So one way that you can do that is you want to incentivize people to give you their data. So they visit your stand and you might say, okay, we've got this really great guide, really great ebook. We'll send it over to you, just leave us your details. Or it might be that you're running a competition at your stand, like a raffle, and to take part, they have to give you their details. And make sure you just let them know, if you are going to add them to a newsletter list, that that's what you're doing with it and get their permission up front as well. The tool we use to gather data at exhibitions with our clients is called Enlist, which integrates with Campaign Monitor, which is our preferred email service provider. And it's basically, the great thing about Enlist is it's an iPad app. It's very simple in the design. You can have your branding on there and your brand colors and have a few fields of the information that you need. But it's great because it works online or offline. So if you haven't got Wi-Fi for the event, you can collect all the data, it will store it, and as soon as you're back online, it will upload it all to Campaign Monitor. So we find that really good. So you want to gather as much data as you can at the event. Then after the event, you need to follow up effectively. So I don't know about you, but I've been guilty of it in the past, and I know a lot of people have, where you go to an event, you gather a big pile of business cards of people you want to chat to and you think, brilliant, I'm going to follow up on these people. That business card, that pile of business cards sits there for a week, still nothing happens. 2 weeks go by, a month goes by, 6 months goes by, and you still haven't done anything with it. And by then, it's too late really. People have forgotten about you, forgotten to give you your details, forgotten you're going to follow up. So you've left a lot of money on the table there, and it's opportunity wasted. So you want to make sure the data you gather at the event, you're actually doing effective follow-up. What we prefer to do for that is to set up automation. So as soon as someone gives you their details and their data is uploaded to your email service provider, it will automatically trigger an email which follows up with them on the event. So that might be an email that goes immediately from them as soon as they give you their data to say, hey, thanks for visiting our stand. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Make sure you tell your friends to come and visit us. That sort of thing, that would impress people. Or you might have a series of emails. So in a week's time, there might be an email that sends to them to say, hey, it's been a week since the event. We hope you've got overall the excitement of what happened by now. As a reminder, here's a video of what we do. Or it might be the announcement of the winner of the competition that you won. Whatever is relevant to the context that you gathered their data. So that's what you can do before, during and after the event to get the most from exhibiting at a showcase through email marketing. I hope you found that useful. If you're putting any of it into practice at events coming up, please let me know and let me know results of how you got on. And I will see you on episode 45 of On the Winbox. Thank you.